This week on Dark Corners, Walter Koenig reveals the secret of his success.
My ass.
Bruce Campbell fights a vending machine.
Yeah!
And someone's left their toys on the moon. We're watching 1988's Moontrap, a film only watched for its stars.
Don't even think of trying this without me.
Or me.
Walter Koenig, Star Trek's Mr. Chekhov.
Nice move, bringing up the Russians.
And groovy Bruce Campbell.
Hey, partner, you see any little green dudes out there?
As astronauts Jason Grant and Ray Tanner.
Is that what I think it is?
I think it is.
Sparkling dialogue.
Looks like some kind of a ship.
It does a bit. Jason goes to investigate.
This is history.
Houston, we have a football.
I'm gonna bring it back.
For my kid. But that's not all that's out there, as we are once again reminded how fine the line is between scary and hilarious. Back on Earth, NASA investigates.
He's 14,000 years old.
No one knows how this is possible, and there's only one way to find out.
We have to go back to the moon.
But back in the lab, Bender?
Great.
Government contractors.
You'd have thought that alien technology would not be left unsupervised, but it turns out NASA only employs 5 people. Oh, 6. Back to 5. While she's killed, Ray gets a drink.
Yeah! We don't take no shit from a machine.
Gee, I wonder if that line will come back later. But then... looks kind of crappy. In fairness, the cyborg has built itself out of the girl it killed and bits of NASA tech.
This is a great moment for mankind. This is our chance to finally communicate with a non-human intelligence.
Well said.
Give us a sign.
That was my best jacket!
Get the son of a bitch! Open fire!
If it's built out of our tech, how come it's bulletproof? Having established a compelling premise, the movie builds character. I wish Mom and Dad wouldn't do that when I'm in the house. Jason is a divorced dad.
Why don't you put on that Godzilla movie till I get back?
All right.
Be better than this crap. Ray has other interests.
One of these days, bang! Zoom to the moon with you!
Winning the Dark Corners every 80s movie award for this seems like a natural way to get them into a strip club.
The mission. They're doing it.
My mistake. I don't see how they could have established that anywhere else.
Go, baby! Go! Yeah!
Suddenly, there they are. Gonna need a bigger lunar lander. And a much bigger rover.
Damn.
They have a full-size one. I don't know why they keep cutting back to the toy.
Now, why do I feel like we don't know what we're getting ourselves into?
Having quickly revisited the plot for anyone who fell asleep,
I don't know about you, pal, but I'm not exactly looking forward to running into another one of those zombie robot things that builds itself out of junk and spare human body parts.
they go for a jaunt. Abandoned on the moon, R2-D2 went insane and turned to evil. Then...
Oh, man.
No wonder we never saw it from orbit.
I have no idea what he means by that.
We're here.
But... over to our science advisor. Dad, is 14,000 years long enough for a body to decompose on the moon?
A body not protected by a spacesuit would become desiccated very quickly, so decomposition wouldn't happen. But the flesh could flake off over that length of time.
Fair enough.
Hold on. We forgot something.
I've got a plot back here somewhere.
Guns on the moon.
The American Dream.
Communions?
The effects are really inconsistent. This looks all right.
What do you think?
I think there must be a story behind the fact that this is clearly built for humans. And inside...
It's a woman.
Hey, did you ever see a film called Life Force? Boy, I hope she'll be able to breathe.
Look, goddammit, we're human.
Boy, I hope I'll be able to breathe. Clearly a story behind a human who's been in deep freeze on the moon for 14,000 years, but while they are discovering the girl, Mira, back at the lander, and on their return...
It's gone. Those Kalium are really starting to bug me.
I can relate to that.
While they always have time for these pithy asides, at no point in the movie does anyone mention oxygen. They follow the tracks of the cyborg.
Good God.
Now we know what these Kalium have been doing for the past 14,000 years.
Yeah. Looks like they're getting ready to move out.
Moving's always stressful. 14,000 years seems about average. Suddenly... Wow, guns work a whole lot better against them now than they did earlier. But Ray has been injured.
Going anywhere. Screw you. You're gonna make it.
What are you basing that on?
Remember one thing.
What's that thing?
We don't take no shit from a machine.
Remember from earlier? With the vending machine?
Yeah!
But that bizarre back reference isn't enough to kill the tragedy of the moment. That is, even worse news for Jason. The orbiter hits a space cow, and there goes my ride. Ray stuff. This episode of Dark Corners is brought to you by Moon Igloos. Marooned on Earth's satellite with no hope of rescue and need a place to get your swerve on? Try a Moon Igloo. From the makers of post-apocalyptic inflatable sex cloche, Moon Igloos, somehow heated and filled with oxygen. After their sex break, I was watching the whole time. Jason comes to a realization.
One way or another, I've got to stop them.
Now my sex tent is punctured, there's nothing else to do. If he has a plan, then it fails. And they wake on a ship bound for Earth. Why am I the only one sweating? A robot arrives to turn them into cyborgs. What can Jason do? Ha! They concentrated so hard on spaceflight and cybernetics, they forgot to develop a decent shackle. Let me out, take her!
We don't take no shit from a machine.
Oh good, it's becoming a thing. Fortunately, their spacesuits were left lying around, and this is exactly how zero gravity works.
Now just hang on.
And?
It's the lander.
What?
The last piece of equipment they needed to complete this ship.
Sure, technologically superior cyborgs always need a bit of random Earth tech.
And they waited 14,000 years for us to bring it.
They waited 14,000 years? They could have built their own. These are the laziest cyborgs in creation, just sitting there for 14 millennia going, boy, I hope someone shows up soon with exactly the part that we've been missing. Why is the self-destruct so prominent? How badly did the designer think this was gonna go?
Goddamn government contractors.
Yeah, back reference a line from earlier about a malfunctioning elevator. That's the big finish that your movie wants.
It's over.
It's not. There was a sequel 30 years later, which is apparently even worse, but might explain where Mira comes from, because this film doesn't. Thanks for watching. We've reviewed films with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy. Damn it. Thanks for watching. We've reviewed films with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, and now Walter Koenig. Can you recommend any with George Takei and Nichelle Nichols for us to review? Then we'll start on The Next Generation. Let us know in the comments below, and also any questions you've got for our science advisor.
Damn you for copping out of me when I need you the most! Always the goddamn easy way out!